Yeah, Eastleigh Sixers back, and we got the dub like I expected, but I mean it wasn't easy.
It
No,
wasn't easy.
don't try to take all the credit like I expected, like
I peeped
we
that too,
expect.
BG.
You peep
I'm
how he
sorry,
tried to
I'm
make it
sorry,
seem
I'm
like
sorry, fellas. I'm sorry, fellas. Come on, man. You know I was saying they was gonna win from the rip. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? But I
most
mean,
definitely.
again, like I was saying, that you don't take this team lightly. This is the team that could fucking, excuse my language, sucker
Go ahead.
punch
It's
you.
late night.
You know what I mean? It could
Yeah.
sucker punch you, and you end up taking a loss to a team like this. You know what I'm saying? Because you
I know
overlooked
this.
them.
I know this is about the Sixers, but I think about a game just last night. A team like the Lakers overlooked the fact that they had a big lead on OKC, and OKC did the exact same. A hungry young team,
Young, hungry
nothing to
Yeah,
team.
lose,
That's all
nothing
it's
to lose.
taking.
yeah.
So
Right.
that
Like my
we
thing,
could
my
have did the
thing,
same thing tonight, but they
my
finished it off.
my biggest problem with tonight's game,
Right.
regardless of the stuff that transpired throughout the game, was at the end of the game, they went another 6 minutes without scoring.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It
Come
seemed like way
on,
longer than
Sixers.
6 minutes when
You
you watch
can't
it.
do that.
Yeah, man. It was
Not a
crazy.
couple games ago, you went 5 minutes. Now you went 6 minutes. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah,
That's 11 minutes, and you ain't even score a point, man. Come on, that's a whole quarter. Isn't that like a whole quarter, bro? Somebody
It's
tell
almost
me
a
a,
my
whole.
math is wrong. That's
Remember
like a
what I
whole quarter.
remember what I said a game ago, man. My biggest outlook on the team right now is seeing how we finish, and our fourth quarters have not been up to par this year so
no.
far.
The closeout
Grant,
quarter.
yeah, don't get me wrong, we 3-2, we got more wins than losses, but I don't like the way we've been finishing games. But at the end of the day, Sixers win. Let's go.
I just wanna lift myself from this dark cloud you guys are putting over my head tonight. You
Let's
know,
talk positive. Let's talk
let let
positive.
let, let
Here
let's
we
talk
here we gonna go.
positive.
We're gonna talk positive. We're gonna talk positive.
Uh,
Over under results. We all went 1-1. The bench did score over 30.
boom.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
However, we was well off of Andre Drummond's return game against the
How
Pistons.
many boards he had? How many boards he had,
No,
BG?
so who cares how many boards he had?
His
Okay.
biggest stat in the stat line was the foul out.
He had four rebounds. He had 4 rebounds, 0 points. And
Whoa.
I look, I'm
He
not
bombed.
afraid to admit when I'm wrong, but I
He
said I
bombed.
wouldn't be surprised if he had a 20-20 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
agreed with that, so I
He
went
was
down with that shit.
he was 20 points. He was 20 points away from that.
I mean, the matchup was made for him to do it. You know, thank God Embiid had the game he had tonight. Let's talk about
The big fella.
the big fella.
The big
You
fella.
know, he hears the noise. You know, he watches the same news channel and reads the same Twitter that everybody else does. So I think this was the big man's answer tonight. You know, he looked healthy tonight. I don't know what the heck is going on. You know, maybe it's a good knee day one day. It feels good the next day, but he had bounce in his step tonight. You know, he was initiating what he wanted to do on offense. The only knock I could give, and I could be realistic, and I've been saying this since, you know, this team has been together. I want to see more defense at the rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, too many teams are coming into the rack and scoring high percentage shots without us defending it. So I want to see us get better with that as a team. Tyrese Maxey played
Melissa,
very
I know you
well
out there, and I
tonight.
know you hear this.
That was
Melissa, I know you hear this.
Okay,
Melissa, I know
okay.
you hear this.
that was going I was going to ask you that question, but go ahead and go with your point. I was going to ask you how you feel about the kid tonight.
Did his thing, man. He did his thing. I was proud of him. He shot efficient,
Efficient,
very
you took the
efficient.
words out my mouth.
Bro, I just kept
Efficiency.
seeing it on the screen. I said, what, 5 for 6? What, 6 for 7? You know, he's taking his shots and he going to the rack, and there's not a lot of guys that can stop his first step around that pick.
That's a
So,
fact.
you know, I definitely want to see more of that. I think that creates a whole nother RPO type option for this team. If he's coming off that pick from Embiid, and Embiid is either rolling or popping and shooting the way he's shooting, that's pretty dangerous. I just like I like for Doc to get his rotations together a little bit more uh tighter, you know, to figure out
And
how to consistently put points on the board. It
I
shouldn't
think
be 6 minutes where you're
I
not
think
scoring.
Embiid listened to last episode's pod when we said we want to see over 10 free throws from him.
Oh
Lived
yeah,
at
yeah,
the lived at the
yeah.
line,
he
lived at
got
the line
to.
of night, lived at the line of
He
night.
got
13,
to.
13 not just lived there, but lived there and executed. 13 for 15 from the line. 13 for
He
15 from the line of night.
he dwelled in the paint tonight. You know, for those who watch, you know, Embiid was around, and it was with aggression to the rack.
Once he got over 3 offensive rebounds, I knew he was for real tonight.
Yeah,
I knew he was
yeah,
for real.
yeah. He put on his
Yeah,
big
bro.
boy pants this morning. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
he he was a man out here today, and
yeah.
you know this is
And you
our
know he got those 3
expectation.
in the same play, right? That was like all in one play.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't remember,
Can I be negative?
Go ahead, B.
Can I be negative?
We got to be
I don't,
real on this show. We keep it real at East Sleep Sixes, man.
you right, you right, you right. We can't have 20 turnovers ever again.
Ever again.
We can't. We 20 turnovers against the Detroit Pistons team doesn't kill us. 20 turnovers against the Bucks kills us. 20 turnovers against Brooklyn will kill us.
The
20
whole
turnovers against
the whole
Miami,
East.
Boston, Toronto, all these, we can never have 20 turnovers again. Oh my God, I was so
the
tired of seeing
scoring droughts, bro. The scoring droughts and these turnovers. We're lucky we didn't get our butts whooped tonight. We're lucky.
we better be glad we played against an inferior team tonight.
Yeah.
Because 20 turnovers and just like you said, those long moments of not, you be looking like, damn, when the last time we scored? And then the crazy thing is, the last time we scored wind up being like a free throw. I can't deal with that. Oh
Yeah,
wait.
I'm gonna say something right now. You know, Tyrese Maxey had a good game. Don't get me wrong for this comment at all. But this team lacks a floor general. And this is why Embiid came out the other game. He came out and said, you know what? I need to be more of a five playmaker. You know, he wants to pass the ball more. He wants to initiate the offense up top, you know, because he believes that the team is lacking playmakers because, you know, Ben Simmons is out. We haven't got any players in return to, you know, compensate us for having Ben Simmons out. And there's an obvious hole of talent on this team, honestly, to be
That's a
honest,
fact.
you
That's a
know,
fact.
to be honest.
That's a
So,
fact.
you know, uh, I hope that that gets resolved soon and
One of our
whatever way it does.
one of Sixers 24/7 members, Jennifer Green posted earlier in the day. I love Joel, but please stop trying to make him a point center.
Like, come on.
Like please stop. And when I read that, I was like, I don't disagree, but I agree and I disagree because yes, I don't want him to be a point center, but with him being our best player and at times we just fail to create offense, it's sometimes needed, man. It's just sometimes needed. And I
True,
hate that it's like that, but the reality is the reality. So
true,
we gotta deal with what we got out there. We gotta deal with what we got out there.
true. I hear you. I hear you. What do you guys think about, you know, the other supporting cast tonight? You know, Korkmaz and the new guy on the block coming off the bench shooting the ball pretty nice himself, George Nang.
I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
besides
I like his game, by the way. He
besides
plays
Shake
both
coming
positions.
back and not playing bad, he didn't. He shot 50%. The rest of the bench collectively played. That's what's up. There wasn't no stud out there. You know what I mean? No
Yeah,
standout stud. You know, Milton coming back in after not playing for a while. I guess that's kind of expected. And a game like today was just as good of a shot for him to kind of show off a little bit because you know the team is bad. You know what I mean? So go ahead, rock out, shoot your shots, do what you got to
yep,
do, break the ice, shake off the
yep.
dust, whatever you want to call it, however you want to say it. That was okay for Shake. So you know
Yeah, this was
now
definitely a okay return game for Shake. I
yeah, that
agree.
was okay. You know what I mean? But as far as the rest of the supporting cast, I feel like collectively they played well.
For
That's what's
sure.
up.
And
That's
look, we was looking shaky on our over under, man.
Shaky.
They had 14 points going into the fourth quarter, but they ended up with 35. So thank you for helping us get to our 1-1 across the board because we was looking bad out.
Uh,
Our Drummond take before the game. Oh, we look bad out here.
yeah,
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
listen, I
We
wasn't panicking because I knew I just had a strong feeling I didn't know we was gonna go through a scoring drought, but I thought we was gonna be whooping on these boys by by the end of the third. And I
We
thought
should have.
I
We should
figured the bench was gonna be in their entire quarter. So I was like, oh, we got this.
have.
You know what I mean?
I do love the fact that Shake came back tonight. I wanted to see him just shake the rust off.
No pun
You,
intended.
you know what I mean? No
Shake,
pun intended.
shaking off the
Shake the
rust.
rust off. So I wanted him to get that together, and believe it or not, he stabilizes this bench. Like I spoke about pregame. When you have somebody in who initiates offense, he looks for his shot. When that's happening, other people get positive opportunities, like a nice pass inside, or some sort of transitional shot. So, or pass inside. You saw that tonight. So I'm hoping the bench keeps it up, but I'm also hoping our starters start to build more chemistry together because we got a new piece right there.
Yep. Speaking of new piece, man, is there any truth behind the fact that that Ben actually practiced today?
He practiced. He practiced.
I hope he's getting ready for Saturday's game.
I hope he is too.
So,
And that's the
say,
thing. I want to
real
put it out
quick,
there.
shout out to Millie
Go ahead.
Milk because he's asking us. All right, I'm gonna give you. You can answer this. BG,
Breaking
since he was
news.
talking.
Breaking news.
How we feeling about Saturday's game? Millie Milk in the chat. Shout out to Millie Milk.
Millie Milk.
Well, the same sour taste, the same sour taste is in my mouth from the last time I saw that team. And I will say, if I wanted Ben to come back any game, this is the game you come back for. This is the
This is
perfect
it.
opportunity,
This is it.
and I think the consensus in Sixers 24/7 wants to not like it, wants to not like it. But as my brother Carl said at the beginning of the opening of the show, it's about that name on the front of the jersey. As long as you representing our city and representing it well, I'm rocking with you, man.
Listen,
Will
I've
I?
said it
Will
countless
we
times
boo
the
him?
same way. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Hose. Go ahead, Hose.
Man, listen, I'm 46, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been through this team through thick and thin. I've been through this team through some rough years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm talking about pre-tanking. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about mid 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Jose, I'm just a little bit younger than you.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Mid
feel your pain.
90s, it
Vernon
was
Maxwell.
bad, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I feel your pain through the screen right now, man.
Once Barkley left us, those were some really, really dark years, man.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? As a Sixers fan, it was
Sixers
horrible
tickets
in
was
this
pretty
joint.
cheap back then. It was
Man, listen, you could take the whole family to a Sixers
right.
game with $30.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
You feel
That's
me?
a fact.
Yeah.
When we was looking at our best player be Rex Chapman.
Oh
Rex
man.
Y'all remember when Rex Chapman was our best scorer?
Yeah, man.
Vernon Maxwell.
But
yeah.
again, for me, to get to my point now, I'm always gonna root for this team. I don't, I've seen some bums play for this team. I've seen good players play for this team. I've seen legends play for this team. You know what I'm saying? I listen. I just want this kid to whatever's going wrong with him. I got zero tolerance for the excuses. That's why I ain't gonna entertain his BS. Seriously, you know what I mean. So with that being said, just come on the court and do what you get paid to do, please, and do it well.
I definitely welcome him, man. I definitely welcome him.
I mean, who wouldn't?
And that's the thing. I think a lot of people in Sixers 24/7. You got half lovers of Ben, half lovers of the Sixers, because I think they take that lover of the Sixers thing and make it seem like it's hate for Ben. Let me clear that up now. It's lovers of Ben and it's lovers of the Sixers. The lovers of the Sixers will openly welcome Ben back if he takes on the role that we expect from him. If he does that, then I mean, how can you not love him? You can't not. We're not a better team without him. If we have to move forward without him, I think things will be good. But however, I won't sit up here and say we're a better team without him. One of my best friends in the world, man. Grew up with him my whole life. One of the biggest talkers and Sixers 24/7. Greg Big Daddy Boy. Do I tell him when he tripping? Yes. Do I tell him when he right? Yes. The one thing I know that he wants is the best thing for Philadelphia. If you're going to come back and produce, you might be the best thing for Philadelphia. And guess what? We're going to give you these. Nothing but these if you go out there and put it all on the line.
I've
That's all I
seen it.
want from the kid.
I've seen it. There's a lot of people saying F. Ben Simmons, but when the man plays well, they're cheering for him. I've seen it.
To be all honest, totally honest, you know.
Before you go, Carl, I just want to comment on that last comment, that F. Ben Simmons thing. I don't know. I don't know if you're from Philly, but if you from Philly and if you follow all Philly teams, bro, at halftime, I know this is a basketball podcast, but I just gotta say this. At halftime, when the Eagles played a bad first half, when they run into that locker room, boo, the whole stadium. We let you know that you're not living up to our standards right now.
Yeah.
But when you do the things we need you to do, right back to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, it may be F. Ben Simmons from a lot of guys, but if he comes back and those F. Ben Simmons guys are back on his, I don't want to say on his bandwagon, but back to patting him on the back, that's what I expect. Because guess what? We applaud greatness and we boo weakness. Point blank. Period.
I'm gonna quote a statement that Eric Snow said, basically saying exactly word for word what you just said. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta come here and play hard. The fans ain't gonna tolerate any less. You know what I'm saying? Why should we? The amount of money that us fans pay to come watch you guys. You know what I mean?
If I could interject,
hold on real quick before you say, man, this kids.
You seen?
Come on, Carl, dog. We come on. Oh hell no! There you go. Laugh at that, bro. So listen, you got kids that go to these basketball games. All right, they ain't got no job. They're not rich. They saved up all year to go to one game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and doesn't this kid deserve better?
Right.
Than lackadaisical or mediocre play from a quote unquote star? I'm just saying.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. We just don't like mediocrity. We just don't like it, man.
It's the hardest working city in America, to be honest. Blue collar town. We the blue collar town. You know, so we want people who work like us. It's simple. And when you don't, we let you know it aggressively. When you do, we love you. And certain players can't take that. You know, certain players don't like to play in cities like that, to be totally honest. It takes a special player to play here, make a certain amount of money, and leave here. You know, that's why right? He said, especially what they're charging for prices now. Tickets, yeah, true that.
$13 for a hot dog? That's ludicrous, man. Are you serious?
Bananas.
Late 90s, early 2000s. Like I said, I used to pay $14 for a ticket and go to the game.
Yep.
$14.
Go to the game with $30. Get you a grub
and be good.
Right.
And be good.
Right. So
I will say I welcome him back with open arms. If he come with the right mindset, man, I open him back. I welcome him back with open arms. If you're a Sixer, you're a Sixer. If you put that PHILA on the front of your jersey, man, I rocks with you, dog. I rocks with
you. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't welcome back a former All-Star. You know, he was a number one pick. You know, why wouldn't we want to get our pick back on the floor? We didn't really initiate this mini earthquake that's going on right now. So as I'm talking about Sixers organization when I say we. So
when you say that, do you I hate to go back to the damn off season.
No.
I don't want to talk about it. I just because I personally don't think what Embiid or Doc Rivers said should hurt feelings. It should make you look it should make you look in the mirror. The type of guy that I am, it should make me look in the mirror and say, you know what? They don't think I got it. I'm about to show them I got it.
Aren't you from the military, Brian?
Yeah.
You're from the military, right? Your authorities, your supervisors, and everything. They don't sugarcoat nothing to you, right?
At all.
Right?
At all.
I see you on the show chilling. I don't see you broken. I don't need to send you to Dr. Phil so you can get checked up on. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? In this city here, man, you can't come with this soft skin crap, man.
No.
At all. At
You know
all.
what I mean?
Like I told this story on another pod, but I tell my boy that's from Virginia, I said, you know why people associate AI with Philly so much and don't even think about that he from Virginia no more? He never won nothing, but he went out there and gave everything he had every single night. Never won a championship. We never won a championship with AI, but we treat AI like he is President Obama.
He gave the city his body, man.
If it was a man holding a gun in front of AI.
Yeah.
What happened? He froze up?
Yeah,
BG, you froze up?
BG is just stuck like that. So we're just gonna keep BG right there.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep him, because we don't want him to leave, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, listen, all of this is, man, you just gotta be thick skinned. All that softy, Mr. Softy stuff, like you gotta be able to take some type of constructive criticism, for crying out loud. If you messed up, you messed up. Just own up to it. That's what everybody's saying. You don't want to take self-accountability. That's what it is. You know what I mean? You messed up. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, his way of treating this right here leads me to believe every time he was a kid and did something wrong, he blamed it on like his little brother or his older brother or his sister or his cousin. No, she did it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it makes. That's how I feel about the kid. You know what I'm saying? Just take some accountability, man. I messed up. I'm sorry, fans. I'm sorry, Sixers organization, man. I'm gonna double my efforts. That's it.
I was actually, and that was my problem with the whole scenario, is that never heard from Ben as a man. With all this stuff coming out about you, some may be false, some may be true. You would think you would come out to the organization that, drafted you, and gave you everything a player would want in the early stages of his career as far as financially and, respect as well. So, I felt like he deserved to do a little bit more than what he did as a man. You know what I mean? So, as a man.
Yo, I said he was doing this a lot last year. Millie Mill hit on the button. This was one of my favorite sayings last year.
That's it.
No,
the Andy Reid, I gotta do a better job.
Hey, he's back.
I don't know what happened.
Well, you're back, and that's all.
You was in the middle of a conversation, so if you remember exactly what you were saying,
where did I stop off at? I don't even remember where I stopped. I don't know where I froze. I just heard Carl say it looks like BG's frozen. We're gonna leave him right there.
Leave you right there in the position.
No, yeah, man. But we're not gonna focus on any negative. We're gonna talk about the fact that we 3-2. We're in a good position. The big fella looked real good tonight. We got what we wanted out of our bench, except for Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
Who we expected the most from. Yeah. But man, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, because, man, I think we could be good. And you know what made me believe we can be good? The thing that I was worried about the most, I feel like Shake gave us tonight. I feel like Shake, we got one of our key bench players back, and he did it. And I'm like, man, if we could just pull together, get a couple practices under our belt, I'm liking what we doing.
My main thing is just all they really have to do is get better defensively, because they can score. They can score.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We not about to go this whole show without talking about your boy.
Shake was definitely hooping.
Shake was hooping. Shake was hooping tonight. Shake was hooping tonight.
Shout out to Chamberlain. Shout out to Millie Milk in the chat.
You feel me? Chamberlain Drew, I just got one question. When you came on the show, I felt like, you know what, man, this dude got some good points. You got off the show and got right back to 62447 talking crazy, man. What's up? You got right back on the page talking crazy, Tom.
late night eat sleep Sixers. We get right to it.
Oh my goodness, my boy has been tripping the last couple of days.
You've been going through something,
Oh my
Drew.
good,
We
but
might gotta pull you back on this show, man.
Look, he know the deal. He throw the laughing emojis. He the laughing crying emoji. He know the deal. I caught myself defending him too. I was like, man, but he was on the show. He was chilling, man. I was like, but damn.
You definitely tried to defend him. But
yeah. Like he was chilling. What happened?
He ain't chilling no more.
Come on, man, Jamie Drew, you making me look bad, bro.
We're gonna have to pull him back on this show.
Yeah, definitely. I will say, out of the guests we've had since I've been a part of the team, man, I definitely enjoyed that interview, man.
Yeah,
very humble guy, good guy, well spoken. Yeah. He knows basketball. He just a little crazy.
He just a little bit.
A little crazy.
No, but I ain't gonna front. I was talking to Sabrina. We wasn't talking shit about him, but I said, yo, he be in there trolling, man. He be in there trolling like a motherfucker. And I said, and I told Sabrina, I said, if anybody should see a troll a mile away, it should be you, man. Because Sabrina was one of the top trolls I ever met in my life, man. For real. Like, Sabrina was that, man. He says he's retired, but no, that troll is he's sleeping. He's not awake. He's there. He just sleeps.
Okay.
All right. So like I was saying before Drew came in, your man. You talked about him, and you had a message to Doc before the game. He obviously didn't watch the pod right before the game. I guess he was looking at film or something. Danny Green got to give us something, man. Something.
Yo,
I don't like to be negative, but when it's sticking out like a sore thumb like that, it's obvious, bro.
Something, bro. Something. I just want anything. Just do anything.
How many points did he have tonight?
Huh?
You serious? Wait. You serious? You joking, right?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. I want to hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna read Danny Green's stat line.
Please read his stat line.
29.
And how many minutes he had?
20. I'm starting with minutes. 29 minutes. 0 for 5. 0 for 5 from the field.
Stop the cap.
0 for 5 from 3. No free throws. One rebound. 1 assist. 2 steals, 2 blocks. Thank you. I like that. His plus minus is 19, but that's only because he out there with the starters.
Listen to me. They need to put overhead on the bench, man. It's time. BG, I said it before the game. So you telling me Court Miles would have hurt the offense tonight or hurt the starting unit tonight?
I never. So let's correct something. I never said that I disagree with Korkmaz being a starter. I'm just saying if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm throwing Matisse. I'm throwing Matisse in first. That's the only thing.
I heard you. Shout out to Matisse, man. Shout out to Matisse. I definitely want to see him in a more a place where he's getting more minutes.
Millie Milt. Reading the stat line hurt my eyes. Seeing the game hurt it even worse.
You know what feel crazy? This guy's getting paid. He's getting paid. And he's taking up, cap room. He's not really doing nothing. So I definitely want to see Morey work his magic to see if he can, upgrade this roster. Because, to be facing the upper echelon teams, we could be doing better. In certain areas, just being real. Point guard. I need a veteran point guard who could shoot. I need a veteran point guard.
Well, the last time we got a veteran point guard, he came here and ain't do nothing.
He ain't shoot.
George Hill. My bad.
Yeah, I thought George was going to be young George Hill, but he old George.
So Carl, quick story. I went to the Spurs Sixers game last year when Ben Simmons got the tip in overtime for the win. He only had 5 points a game, by the way. So I'm going to the parking lot and I run into George Hill mom and dad. Because they still live in San Antonio. And I'm telling them, I'm bigging them up like, man, we so glad to have him in the city. We think this the veteran leader that we need off our bench, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like he might have scored 20 points the rest of the season after I talked to his mom and dad.
Yo, why'd you do that? It's your fault.
I messed up.
BG, it was you the whole time?
You jinxed that man.
It was you, BG.
I took that. Look, I took down his dad. Me and his dad exchanged numbers.
No,
and said
dog.
that
No,
we was
don't
gonna
do it,
link
Ben
up together.
Simmons. Take accountability, fam.
It's on me. It's
Look,
on me.
Daddy.
I apologize for it, though.
Oh, hell no.
I knew it was a reason because I said to all these guys, I said that he was going to come here and ball, and he made me look bad too.
I said it to his parents.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. I ain't think he was gonna come here and ball out like that. I ain't think he was gonna be a dud neither. I ain't think he was gonna be a dud. That's for sure.
He was gonna be a 8 and 7 type of guy off the bench, a veteran point guard who could shoot threes. But it wasn't really the best fit. It wasn't really the best fit. So I see guards out here in this league that wouldn't cost much. I don't know the landscape real heavy, but
Do we need a guard that's gonna get a bucket, or do we need a guard that's just?
No, he needs to run the team, and he could get a bucket if open.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. I think we need that.
Because if we needed a bucket, I was gonna say is a dude. He kind of old, but he's still a walking bucket that's sitting out there with no job.
Jamal Crawford, you talking about?
Lou Will.
Ooh.
he know the city a little bit.
Lou Will still out there?
Yeah, who he play for? He don't have a job right now.
All right.
I thought Jamal Crawford last year. So last year I did want us to get Jamal Crawford. But if I had to choose between the two of them right now, I'm taking Lou Will.
No, Lou Will still got businesses here in Philly, man. Bring him back.
Oh, this is Philly his second home. Like he rocks with Philly.
Yeah.
He tight with Meek. His trainers Chuck Ellis, guy from Philly. So he definitely got a lot of connections to Philly.
Yeah.
Yo, Millie Mill, don't call on that man. All right.
Oh my God.
The creator of Sixers 24/7 will jump out his grave. God rest his soul. Do not call on that guy.
Just reading his name hurts.
Yeah, don't call that guy. Don't call that guy.
He was a part of the process, though. He was
definitely a part of the process.
He was a part of the process. He was a part of the process. What we thinking next game, man? Let's talk about what we got on the plate. We got to eat our food. We ate our Detroit food. What we eating next?
Listen, again, it to me it'll be nice to get the dub because I don't want to lose. I want to win them all. I want to win all every game of the season.
82-0?
Yeah, that's what I want. I mean, it's unreal, but that's what I want. I don't always get what I want, but that's what I want.
I don't think they would like the pod. I don't think they would like the pod if we won every game. I feel like our loss episodes are so much better than our win episodes.
I feel that too. They're more, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, I think it's a good game. It's definitely not a statement game, but to go in there and whoop on them, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, they got past, they got further than us in the postseason, and that's what matters. I would love to see them again in the postseason. Now we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just a regular season game, man. Early in the season, I don't feel it doesn't feel right now. It doesn't have any meaning to me.
I think it picks up a lot of meaning if they announce that 2-5 is playing.
I mean, if 2-5 goes on there and he dunks the ball when he's supposed to and teabags the bald guy, you know what I'm saying? They got like 3 strings of hair on his head. Then okay, then we can make a case. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it would take for me to actually jump out my seat for this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do think the game means something. I think this team has been, up and down so far these first few games, and they're trying to find an identity. So the best thing you could do is face the top tier East opponent, to level out where you're at or see where you're at. So, I'm interested to see us go against this team. And
I got
2-1-5.
Yo, Carl, please don't sing the "Oh Hell No" again.
Okay. won't say it. I won't
This
say
is
it.
this is the beginning of a pretty rough stretch. This is a stretch that's going to show the fortitude, the cojones, as my man Hose would say, of our team. We got Atlanta, then we got Portland, Chicago. That's a rough one.
That's a
Pi-
rough.
Pistons again, Chicago again, the Knicks, we owe them. Milwaukee, the Raptors, the Pacers, the Jazz, the Nuggets. We got a rough stretch coming up.
We got a rough stretch.
Oh, you didn't even finish. Keep going. Then
You
they
want me
got
to keep going?
Portland. They
After
got
the
Portland.
Nuggets,
Oh my!
Portland.
Now listen. Stop. They're giving them too much information.
Yeah, it's too much at one time for them.
Yeah,
It's too
man.
much at one
That's
time.
a listen. We got
I
the
just
next
wanted
rough
to
20 games. I'll tell you
yeah.
that.
I just wanted to be known that our next 15 to 20 are going to show what this team is made of. And you know what?
Indeed.
After watching the first 3 games, I know that this team can compete. It's just about, do they want it? We can want it all day. Hose won 82-0.
Right.
Carl want us to score 89 points a game.
And make them score 70 now.
That's all he care about.
I
just want to win.
All that defense, baby.
So we can want it all day. It's about the dudes with the jerseys on, the dudes on the coaching staff, how they gonna put together these next 20 games to show, look, man, we here. Yeah, we may have had a rough offseason, but we here to compete, man. So I'm looking forward to the next few games to see what this team is made of.
Closing thoughts, fellas.
Closing thoughts. At the end of the day, a dub is a dub. I'll take it no matter how it is, how good, how nice it look, how ugly it look. And put that in the win column. That's all that matters to me. Let's go Sixers.
BG.
You already know, man. Just like Ho said, a win is a win. Would I have liked to handle this team a little bit better? Yes. But guess what? The only thing that matters is that one that they added to the win column. As long as they added that one to the win column, I'm satisfied. On to the next one. I'm looking forward to the next couple games because, like I said, it's going to be a dogfight and it's going to show what this team is made of. And let's go Sixers, man. Let's go Sixers. We mentioned it a little bit in the pod. I'm interested to see what the next few days hold for 2-5. I'm interested to see whether he plays or not. I want to see what's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to it.
We'll keep our earplugs to the streets to hear what we hear. We'll let you guys know if you follow the Eat Sleep Sixers page. We'll let you guys know it as we know. I feel as though we should have handled this team much better, like you mentioned. And, we need to have a good day of practice and get back to it. We got a tough schedule ahead of us. So, it's going to be telling who this team is. So,
Coach Doc, if you can hear me, with all those turnovers, make these guys do some suicides. For real.
Ain't no NBA team doing no damn suicide.
That's what I'm saying. Make them do it.
Make them do it, man.
Make them do it.
With that being said, this has been another funny, hard-hitting edition of Eat Sleep Sixers. Y'all please join us again for pregame Atlanta. Let's go Sixers.
Before we close out, Sixers 24/7 family. One of our brothers, Sabri Latine. He needs your prayer. He needs your prayers today. Everybody just throw a prayer for him. The Sixers went out there and won for him. Just throw a prayer for my brother, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise up.
Praise up. Have a good night, y'all.